Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Also, if you are new here, welcome. So today we're back at Universal Studios Florida for a Halloween Horror Nights video. Now in this video, nothing is true or confirmed. It is just pure speculation from myself and also going off of How Horror's version 3 speculation map. Some things have changed, some things have been officialized, and we're just going to go in the park and talk about what I think might be the actual locations for the houses and also the mazes and also street experiences. That's actually branded for this year for Halloween Horror Nights. So anyways, let's go inside of those beautiful arches and have a Halloween Horror Nights kind of day. So come along with me. And coming on in today again, this is a speculation video. Nothing is true. So we're just having fun. Okay guys, we're now inside the park at Universal Studios Florida, and for our very first house over here near Universal Studios Florida and also Minion Mayhem, we do have the Horrors of WWE. Now me personally, I don't think it's going to go over here because just based off the past, we've had the original haunted house like Hellblock Core, we had Monstros, Blood Moon, and that's just me personally why I think El Artista will be here instead of WWE. But again, we could be wrong, and WWE is not even officialized yet, but El Artista is. Okay guys, so we have actually now made it into Minion Land and also New York as well, kind of, because that's actually where Rip Rocket is in. And it's also crazy, Rip Rocket actually closes before Halloween Horror Nights. That is just crazy to think about. But as well, the house over here is said to be El Artista, well, speculated from How Horror. Me personally, I think WWE will go here because it's an IP, and usually the IPs are out here, so that's just me personally. And I really wonder how they're gonna like route the lines this year, because according to like, you know, by ridiculous pictures out there where the lines are at, like they're all being constructed. So it'd actually be really interesting to see how they do like the lines. They can honestly use like a line like a front of Rip Rocket entrance down there, but who knows, they could use this. Really interesting to see what they actually do this year. Okay guys, we actually now made it into the New York section. This is where it gets kind of interesting and tricky how Universal is going to do the two houses in the end for Halloween Horror Nights. Hello. But right over here at Jimmy Fallon, actually Jimmy Fallon's actually 50 minutes at the moment. That's actually pretty unbelievable right now. It's 4:50 p.m. 50 minutes. That's pretty nuts, guys. I mean, it is pretty hot out here, like a heat advisory, but man, 50 minutes with Jimmy Fallon, pretty nuts. But anyways, Five Nights at Freddy's, I think this is a really good location, so I would actually agree with this one and put Five Nights at Freddy's. It's actually a pretty good IP spot. Alright guys, so to me, this is actually where the tricky part comes in. How are they going to do the houses here? Now, I'm not sure how long these work walls are going to be up, so hopefully maybe they'll get done whatever they're going to be doing before Halloween Horror Nights, and they'll still have the house entrances over here. But we actually do have Terrifier and also Hellmouth Cemetery, Roots and Shadows. Now, Terrifier is confirmed, so I am pretty sure Terrifier will be out here, kind of like Insidious was over here. But the Hellmouth Cemetery will be Grave of Flesh, so I am certain Terrifiers will be over here, but Grave of Flesh, it may be here, or actually may be in one of the Sprung tents. Okay guys, now walking down 5th Avenue over here in New York, right by Finnegan's Bar and Grill, and also Revenge Mummy. We'll also talk about that just in a second. But me personally, I do believe this will be Mutations Toxic 20s because of just like how the streets are, how wide it is, and like what they can do with this. So me personally, I'm gonna stick with Mutations Toxic 20s. And also Tribute Store. This is not something I've talked to other people about, just some people, but the Palace Arcade has recently just closed like last week. Now me personally, I believe this will be the new Tribute Store because they have not done anything with the annual pass or team member shop over in the Hollow Boulevard, and also over here in the regular thing over here, they have not actually even touched this area yet. So me personally, I do believe they're actually using that area for an extended queue for Revenge of the Mummy, because even last year Halloween Horror Nights, the Mummy was like 90+ minutes because not everyone goes to all the houses. Some people like to go to Scare Zone zones, walk around, ride rides. Some people do that, and it's a testament. Like a couple times at HHN where Revenge of the Mummy was 90+ minutes, so they need that overhaul and capacity of people to take from Rip Ride Rock, because that will be closed during Halloween Horror Nights. So that's just me personally, and with this being the new tribute store, it works perfect for what it is, being an arcade. Might be, just might be, a Five Nights at Freddy's tribute store. Now I could be totally wrong, but if not Five Nights at Freddy's, it could just be a tribute store, but I'm gonna stick with that. Alrighty guys, now coming around over here to the other side, this is still the Palace Arcade, the other entrance, and I do think, me personally, this will be the tribute store because of like the placement and like what they can do with it, because Universal is pretty creative, so you can actually enter through that side and come out through this way, because pretty good flow of traffic, like the scare zone, everything, like coming inside of there, exiting like this, plenty of room to exit a tribute store if you ask me. Okay guys, we are now entering San Francisco. Now me personally, I think we all know what this is going to be. Jason Universe, because of all like the aerial shots from Bio Reconstruct. And what's also very interesting how they're going to do the house, because like they're only using like half of the outside. I mean, they can definitely use an inside portion as well, like they did with the Horrors of Blumhouse, Freaky, and Black Phone, which actually was a really good house. I really enjoyed the Black Phone portion, so definitely excited for them to do this one. Also, this is not a park update video, but I do want to point out the food booths out here for Jaws is no longer here as of Monday the 21st. But they do still have some of the Jaws stuff out here, but no food booths. Okay guys, now come to almost the end of San Francisco over here at the Fast and Furious exit. We do have this structure. I have never seen anything like it before at any Halloween Horror Nights events that I've actually never been to. But anyways, we had these like bar lights over here. It's kind of weird and cool at the same time, and it kind of makes sense. 3 days ago, Universal actually released some new info about Halloween Horror Nights. We actually have all new street experiences that take the horror to new heights, featuring zombie car hops and undead DJs. More details coming soon, and it makes sense. What this looks like, it's called Club Horror, so definitely do think this is going to be Club Horror over here, like a big old Halloween Horror Nights dance party. A DJ is going to be up here doing whatever kind of like horror songs or whatever, so yeah, definitely excited to see what they do with this. Also at the moment, Universal is kind of busy for a Monday evening at 5 o'clock. So Jimmy Fallon was 50 minutes, King's Cross is 65 minutes. It's pretty busy here today. I also feel like sometimes Saturdays are really not busy at theme parks. Sometimes it could be a Sunday or Monday. Today is a Monday, and definitely seeing some high wait times. Hey guys, next up, going into Diagon Alley over here. A lot of people ask, where is Diagon Alley? It's literally right through the walls. So let's go ahead and enter Diagon Alley. Doesn't seem that bad in here. I don't know the time for Green Gods. I've not looked at any of the wait times, but I do want to show you over here. This is kind of a official confirmation of the Death Eaters come back. Here's our first one over here. This is actually where you actually have the green light, the fog come out. We do have our stage over here. This is actually where they come out. The Death Eaters will actually battle people. That's a regular part of Halloween Horror Nights right out here, which is actually pretty cool. All right, guys, now made our way to the back of the park here near the old Fear Factor Stadium. Let's go ahead and again call it Nightmare Fuel Stadium, because let's face it, Fear Factor is gone. But anyways, the Nightmare Fuel Girls actually said on Facebook a while ago that they will be returning. So definitely interested to see what they're going to do this year, because I was thinking last year was going to be like their finale year for Nightmare Fuel, but looks like it's not, because like it's really cool. Like you can kind of see it in the distance depending on like how the sun's hitting it, but like there's like these skull guys with like red robes, like it's like in a choir kind of deal. It looks really weird, but also really cool. It's now coming down to this entrance over here. Now, according to Howled Out Horror, this will actually be Fallout and also the Viking house. Now, me personally, I think it actually works out pretty nice, which this will be Galkin Monsters of the North and also Fallout. And this actually is the path to the brand new Sprung tent. So it actually makes sense, and also Fallout could be a very big house. Also, this Galkin Monsters of the North. Okay, guys, actually now made our way over here towards the MIB gear shop. Now, during the daytime, this is really nice. not a busy area. Now, right now, there's actually a lot of people over here. And the only thing really supporting this area is Men in Black and also Simpsons, which is actually pretty crazy for all these people over here, which I'm not complaining. That's really great for Universal and all these people in the restrooms. But anyways, this house is said to be Tortured Toys, which actually now Universal has now officialized. It's called Dolls Let's Play Dead. So I think that's actually a pretty good spot for this one. Now, also talking about crowd levels for Halloween Horror Nights, this right here, this is nothing, guys. During Halloween Horror Nights, this is like shoulder to shoulder out here because like it is super congested. You have the houses back here. You have Nightmare Fuel. It's just so much going on. Like so many bodies of people, guys. And I also do recommend getting the Coca-Cola Freestyle Cup if you do not drink alcohol like me. Like I'm not a huge alcohol person, so the Coca-Cola Freestyle Cup is also a really great deal as well to save some money throughout the whole night, and you can get your regular sodas, whatever kind of drinks, and also ices. It's a really good deal. Okay, guys, next up we actually do have the exit to the Simpsons over here. Now, last year this was the first for me actually having an entrance over here. This was actually the entrance for the museum, and I guess I utilized the queue pretty good for a house. Actually, I kind of enjoyed the museum sometimes last year. But anyways, over here we do have Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters. I'm not too sure how I am going to like this house. It sounds kind of cool, but me personally, I'm not a huge Slaughter Cinema fan like a lot of people are, because like I actually never did the first house, so like I'm not huge on, you know, the house itself, but it does sound pretty cool. All right, guys, actually now just finish up all of the Speculation House locations. Now over here we do have 2 more scare zones and also a street experience. Now me personally, I think it is pretty obvious what this is going to be. I think this will be the Cat Lady of the Crooked Lane. We build a big old house over here. It's gonna have like a little show, kind of like Torture Fair, which will be really awesome. And you actually got to go down Central Park. It's gonna be super awesome. Now, walking down Central Park, if Universal is pretty spot on with concept, we're gonna see in the concept picture, which has a whole bunch of like pumpkins on the ground and everything, just like nostalgic Halloween vibes, which is amazing. Also, we do have some new stuff over here as well. Some like green platforms. This is brand new. That one and this one over here. All right, guys, now coming on to Hollywood Boulevard, and when I was talking about 2 more scare zones and also experience, I was talking about down here. Now, me personally, I do believe this will be the Masquerade Dance with Death. It just seems like the right area for bloodthirsty vampires and what they can actually do with the scare zone, with the light, and I truly believe that this will be the scare zone. And also with that, another street experience I'm actually really excited to see right over here will be Mel's Die-In Zombies. It's gonna have like zombie car hops. I'm excited to see what they can do with this, and maybe they can actually transform the inside diner to like zombies serving you food. Maybe sounds really cool. I'm loving how like they're actually now officially adapting Mel's Die-In into Halloween Horror Nights, other than like changing the sign. Okay, guys, we're now back over here at the front of the park, and also this is going to be the first scare zone experience for Halloween Horror Nights 34. Will be the Origins of Horror. This is entering a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where the artist carved tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more. I am excited to see what they will actually do with this one as far as like the scare zone goes, because it's supposed to be the overall theme of this year, and also like the marquee is supposed to be a turquoise color this year instead of the red letters saying Halloween Horror Nights. Well, all right, guys, that will do it here today at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights speculation video for scare zones, haunted houses, and also street experiences. Now, the street experiences, I'm pretty sure they're going to be in those spots. Now, as far as scare zones, I could be off on some, but the Cat Lady, I think it's going to be Central Park, and also Animal Actors right there. It looks like it, guys. I'm pretty sure. And also haunted houses, I think we're pretty close on Five Nights being over at Jimmy Fallon and Insidious in that little corner. I think we're pretty close now one too, and either El Artista being in the Rip Rock area and also Minions Mayhem section. Could be or could be wrong, but we'll definitely see. I am just super excited to see all this come to fruition, because some stuff's not officially announced yet, like WWE, because like some stuff's been going online about like WWE with Universal, this and this, so we'll definitely see about that one. But anyways, with that, this is just pure fun and speculation. I love doing this kind of stuff, and also I'm really excited to do stay-in-screen videos. Those videos can be done in so much different ways. It's so much fun and also really hot as well. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, so make sure to big old thumbs and subscribe to the channel for more future content. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.